A very good morning. It's Mark here. It is Friday, June the 6th, going on 8 a.m. Eastern, going on midday GMT time. US session about to get underway. Let's have a look how the markets are positioned going into today's US Open. Yesterday, US dollar index was sold off, as was the S&P, as was gold and Bitcoin. All came down on the day. Only green candle I have yesterday on the dailies is Brent oil. Let's have a look today. US dollar index definitely fighting back after support yesterday at 97.87. US dollar buyers did step in, fought all the way back. You can see that. And so far today, continuing that fight back. Today's support 98.19. Today's resistance 98.58. We'll see if once the US session gets underway, we'll see whether US fight back can continue and whether resistance can be tested. Bear in mind, in about half an hour from now, it's 8:30 Eastern, we have job numbers out of the US, non-farm payroll. And I think bearing in mind the nervousness in the market right now, any numbers that vary too much off the consensus numbers could have a marked and volatile effect on prices today. So I would be on the watch out for that. Job numbers, consensus is 125,000 new jobs to be created. Unemployment meant to remain at 4.2%. So I think any numbers varying too much from those consensus numbers, be on the watch out. US dollar starting on the front foot and looking up at this point, strong start and at that resistance of 98.58 for now. Let's have a look at S&P, which has been pretty flat, hanging around resistance area. Came off that little bit yesterday. There's the red candle. Today, very little activity, a little bit of green you can see to start the day. Gapped up a little to start and has continued that in pre-market trading, about an hour and a half until Wall Street gets open. But for now, support sitting at 5,946 and got resistance at 5,969. There's the tight range. And we'll watch and see once Wall Street opens whether there is demand, whether equities can fight back, break above this resistance area, and get to above the 6,000 level and test the 6,000 level, or if sellers are going to test the support down here at 5,946. Let's have a look at gold. Again, also came down yesterday. You can see that gold came down yesterday, sitting in a really tight range for now. Very little happening. I got support at 3,352, resistance at 3,377. Bias could well still be up. Trend barely hanging on and up. I think sellers will need a break below this support level to turn things around. And again, gold could be influenced by the performance of the US dollar, and that could be influenced by the non-farm payrolls, which come out in half an hour. But gold on the back foot for now. And if I zoom in on the hourly, there you can see the narrow range coming down on the hourly and looking at this support of 3,352. Let's have a look at Brent oil. The sole green candlestick I have following yesterday's activity. There you can see uptrend still intact. Narrow range today. Today's support at 64.74 and resistance at 65.48. There's the range we're sitting in. Slight green candlestick, but pretty much a doji. Not much activity. Bias is up. Trend is up. Buyers will be looking to test that resistance area or higher where we've got 65.93 as the resistance. Turn to the downside. 64.74 is today's support level, and lower than that is 64.25. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Wow, yesterday a big sell-off in Bitcoin broke out of that kind of sideways range all the way down to 100.3, 100,000.3. Low support, big move lower yesterday. Then buyers did step in at this level, have continued today. So today the range is 101,000 is support and 104,000 is resistance. $3,000 move already, and pretty much recouped most of yesterday's losses. We'll see if the buyers can remain on that front foot, break above the 104,000 and get higher. We've got resistance up here at 107,000. If there's going to be a turnaround, sellers will be looking at today's support of 101,000, but long way to go from there. If I have a look at the hourly, you'll see how strong this push has been, all the way from the support yesterday and sitting at that 104,000 now. Good trading. Keep that discipline, and I will see you at end of day session.